and welcome to this episode. Today it is mission 2 from the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook 9th edition, and it is frontline warfare. And it is the Astra Militarum versus High Fleet Diablo. The Tyranids are on the rampage. So the terrain, we're going to test out the new terrain rules from the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook, and these defences I've paid the points for. The incendiary guns and everything like that, the trenches including, and these are active in this match play mission. Just to make it a bit more interesting and narrative, there is no vehicles except for sentinels, and it's all infantry. An entire platoon has been ordered to hold the line at all costs, otherwise the Tyranids will breach the city. Okay, this is my 1500 points of the Astra Militarum. There are no Leman Russes, no Chimeras. However, we do have armoured sentinels in the force today. And we're going to keep it as narrative as possible. So if you've been watching my narrative series, I do encourage you to watch that. It just tells you how Cadian platoons are organised. So I've done that, and it is literally as it says in the narrative. I've done it as accurately as possible. So, commanding this section is Captain Marcus Fraze. He is in command, and his warlord trait is Master of Command. So your warlord gains the voice of command ability. So he will issue 3 orders instead of 2. Basically, that's pretty cool. And he is equipped with a plasma pistol, and he has a disciplinarian stave, so to keep the order at the front line. So next to him is a commissar, keeping an eye on the discipline on the troops. And then we have another company commander, but it's aka veteran platoon commander. So he's equipped with a power sword and las pistol, and then accompanying him is a warrant officer. Now, warrant officers in the 41st millennium, they are tactical experts, and they are he is actually a company commander as well, but aka warrant officer. So he's a veteran warrant officer. But in the 41st millennium, warrant officers can go into close combat, because why not? Doctrines have changed, so they're a bit more brutal in this period. So the basic platoon consists of, this is full size, this is a full strength platoon, no casualties. So we have 5 heavy weapon squads, 3 special weapon squads, 5 infantry squads of guardsmen second class, and then we have a full unit of white shields of 30. So we have in each squad, the first sergeant is Zach Butler. He is a master sergeant, and accompanying him he's got a Voxcaster and a grenade launcher. In his squad, the same with first sergeant first class Taylor Fraze. He is equipped with his squad, the Voxcaster and grenade launchers as well. And then you've got Staff Sergeant Darling, and he has got his squad as well, all of which are the same. The rest are anonymous by name. So those are my patrons. And then we have Rowan Douglas, the White Shield. He is back, and then he is with another unit of 30 White Shields. And then I'm just going to adjust this here. This is sticky. There you go, that's back. So the platoon banner, Devin Matthews. He is First Sergeant Devin Matthews. He holds the banner. He holds the platoon banner. He has a regimental standard. And then in his squad, he has a Voxcaster, a medic, and a special weapons flamer. And then special weapons teams, we have 3 melters, 3 long lases, aka sniper rifles, and 3 plasma guns. And then for the heavy support element, this is a brigade detachment. So fulfill the brigade. So I have a unit, heavy weapons squad of heavy bolters, heavy weapons squad of mortars, heavy weapons squad of las cannons, heavy weapons squad of missile launchers, and heavy weapons squad of auto cannons. And then to grab objectives, we need support. So Sentinels are very, very common in the Cadian force, so I decided to have armoured Sentinels in this particular mission, and they are equipped with autocannons, all 3 of them. So it's not a competitive list, it is purely narrative, fun, match play games that we do on the channel. So that is the force. There's one other thing I've got to mention, the relics. Yes, I do have the relic of Lost Cadia. It's just a simple relic to remember, and it's keeping it narrative as well. So for the chant, it is Cadia stands and for the Emperor. Let's take a look now at Josh's Tyranid list. Okay, this is Hive Fleet Diabolo, and they are going to be representing Hive Fleet Behemoth as the force today. So keeping it to the narrative, because the Ultramarines fought against Hive Fleet Behemoth when the Tyranids invaded Macragge, and the Lord Commander at the time sent an entire division of the 18th Cadian Army Group in support of the Ultramarines. They are loyal to the Ultramarines, so their hated foe, Hive Fleet Diabolo, an offspring of Hive Fleet Behemoth, has come to take on the 18th. So Josh is new to Tyranids. I think it's the first time he used Tyranids, commanding them, so he's excited. And this is 1,500 points. And how many command points do you have in the force?
So 11. Yeah, starting with 12 and spending 1 for an extra relic.
Yep, that's cool. And I'm presuming, keeping it narrative, you got the Hive Tyrant. He is the Warlord. So
yes.
What's he got?
So he's going to lead the army today. Yep, keeping it narrative.
Yep.
So he's been upgraded to have adrenal glands for 5 points. And then he's got the relic today, which is, or one of the relics today, which is the Reaper of Obliterax.
Oh.
It's not very good, but if you roll a 6 to wound, that weapon does double damage. So just a bit of fun.
Oh, right, nasty. That's a ranged attack, I'm presuming.
It's his bone sword.
Oh, it's a bone sword. Yeah. Well, against guardsmen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just for fun.
It's just for fun.
Yeah. And then he's got Onslaught and Unstoppable Hunger, which is a Behemoth specific power, which is you select a friendly unit within 9 inches of the Psyker, and you add 1 to the wound roll in combat for that unit.
Nice.
And obviously knows Smite as well. And he's armed with a Stranglethorn cannon and a Lash Whip and Bone Sword. So yeah, that's cool. Him.
Yep.
Moving on to the Neurothroat behind him. He's got Catalyst, so a bit of Feel No Pain for a friendly Tyranid unit there.
Okay.
And he's taken the relic, the Norn Crown, which is units within 30 inches don't suffer the instinctive behaviour special roll.
Oh, so it's a super synapse.
Yeah, which makes sense again, fluff-wise for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're all about, they're the brain bugs, aren't they? So
yep. Very good.
Cool. And then I've got a squad of 30 Hormagaunts.
Yep, big squad.
And I've given them one of the units, so the front unit, adrenal glands.
Yep.
Which allows them to add 1 to their charge roll. And then the other units just as they come.
Yep.
I've got a unit of 20 Termagants.
Yep.
With Flesh Borers.
Yep.
And then a unit of Tyranid Warriors with Flesh Hooks and Scything Talons.
Yep.
And then
they got rending claws as well.
Yes.
Oh, they have got rending
so.
claws.
Yeah. And then the unit behind is armed with, I think, are they
Death Spitters?
Death Spitters, and then Scything Talons for them. And that's it for them. And then a unit of 5 Raveners with Scything Talons.
Yep.
And then going on to the Carnifexes, they've all got Scything Talons. I've given the 2 with Tusks, the Tusks upgrade.
Oh, literally, very good.
I don't know if it's any good, but that was on the model. And they've all got adrenal glands as well, so another +1 to charge, which is...
You're going to need that.
Yeah, I think so. And then finally, to round out the list, there's a Morlock, and he's got the pincer tail.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the
Wow.
list.
Okay, so that there is 1,500 points of Tyranids. So it's going to be a shooting fest for the Guard, but it's going to be a close combat brew with the Tyranids. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight on to the map and deployment. Okay, I've paid the extra points. Now I've spent 321 points on fortification upgrades. So we have 2 Vengeance weapons batteries. So this one's equipped with the battle cannon, and then the one on the right is equipped with the Punisher cannon. So the rules is pretty simple. If they're unmanned, units that are not embarked or next, I think it's within 3 inches, it has to target the nearest enemy unit. But if a friendly unit is within 3, they get to choose whichever targets they want. And furthermore, there's 2 sets of trench lines, so there's 80 points upgrade there. So we both agreed. Josh is happy with the deployment. It's just an experiment game, something a bit different rather than the hyper competitive games that you see mostly in the 40k games in match play. But I thought we'd give it a bit of narrative, a bit of fun, and see how well the Guard can hold this line. So we're predicting that the Guard should be able to halt the Tyranids. But if the Tyranids have their way, this sector will be breached and the city could be lost. It is up to the platoon to hold the line at all costs. So the purposes of terrain, we have trench line, so it's +1 to units that are in cover, so there's cover saves, and furthermore, I've literally paid the points, they get +1 to their leadership as well, so that'd be quite handy. So my guardsmen will be leadership 8, which is very, very handy. And the other thing as well, we're literally playing craters as well. There's 5 craters and tank traps and things like that as well. So infantry models can't really go over the top. So there's plenty of ammunition as well. It's just a decorative form, just to imagine distributing the ammunition at the front line against the Tyranid forces. So the Tyranids are relentless. There's countless trillions of Tyranids advancing into this sector, and the Guard have sent billions of soldiers to hold this sector and the plane. This is just one platoon out of hundreds of thousands of platoons in the Army Group to hold this sector at all costs. So let's go on to deployment and the objectives. Eternal War Strike Force. Frontline warfare. Your forces have encountered the enemy along a contested border between your territory and theirs. It is imperative that you seize the disputed ground quickly, while preventing your foe from crossing the border into your own lands. Primary objectives. Victory points are awarded for the controlling objective markers as follows. Take and hold. Progressive. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each of the following conditions they satisfy, for a maximum of 15 victory points. They control 1 or more objective markers. They control 2 or more objective markers. They control more objective markers than the opponent controls. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. Secondary objectives. In this mission, when the players are selecting their secondary objectives, they can, if they wish, choose for one of them to be a vital ground below. Vital ground, progressive. At the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone, and score 2 victory points for each objective marker that you control that is not in either player's deployment zone, for a maximum of 7 victory points. This secondary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. And this is the deployment for Mission 2, Frontline Warfare. Okay, the objectives have been deployed. So we've done 12 inches from the front, easy, and then 12 inches from the Tyranids deployment. So it's obviously where the Tyranids are going to go. Imagine the Tyranids deploying here on the trench network. It wouldn't quite work out. So that would be a bit unnarrative.
I reckon on 6 I should be able to.
Yeah, on 6, okay. Alright, get out of the club. So we've got objective marker number 1 here, objective marker number 3, number 2, and number 4. So there could be something out there for the guard to grab. It could be some kind of vital information, some recce, possibly, some transformer, not Transformers the movie, but like a radio receiver. The scout sentinels or recon units may pick up. So that's quite interesting. So that's the objectives, and we're going to go and start to choose our secondary objectives in this mission. Okay, we've chosen our secondary objectives. We've done one. Both of us are chosen from the actual mission, as explained earlier on. And I've chosen...
so you went for attrition.
Attrition.
And
thin their ranks. Yep, just keeping it a bit narrative. So just blow them away, thin the ranks that are coming. Relentless ranks. So, Josh, what have you chosen?
And then, to support kind of the narrative of Tyranids coming towards the line, I chose Line Breaker. And then Tyranids know the value of these characters that command the guard. So they're going after the characters with Assassinate.
Assassinate, okay. So there's points to grab for secondary objectives, and it's going to be a very, very interesting game. So normally this kind of setup wouldn't be happening in a match play game, but this channel...
It's kind of a hybrid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid mission. So basically how I got this idea was I literally typed up frontline warfare on Google, and all the pictures and images that you see depicting that title was like the infantrymen that fought in World War One, trench warfare and things like that. So I wanted to bring that aspect into this game in the 41st millennium, and there is only war, of course. So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll off and see who deploys first. Okay, the forces have been deployed. So the Tyranids are up for it, or are they? So, High Fleet Diablo has been deployed, and we've got a unit of warriors with rending claws, a unit of Hormagaunts, a full unit of 30, and then we have 2 Carnifexes. They are one brood, but they'll split off after they've gone. And then we have the Xenophrope, it looks like. Xenophrope, yep. And then we have a unit of warriors in Synapse range. So they're in the crater. Another unit of Hormagaunts, and oh yes, you've got the Termagaunts here as well, and you've got the Hive Tyrant on his own, on the right.
Yeah, he's a character above 10 wounds, right? So
yes, his character he can be targeted. So
he's
got 4 up in 1.
Yeah.
He's got 4 up in 1. He's tough, so he's difficult to bring down. And bear in mind, there's no tanks. The tanks are in reserve.
Lots of heavy weapons.
Lots of heavy weapons, though. So I've done it so it's the platoon. You know, if you look at the Astra Militarum Codex, I've done it so it's one of each, so they would be equipped. So I've got a little bit of a balance there.
I don't know they're facing Nids today. Then.
I know. Well,
they grabbed whatever was in the arsenal.
Yep, that's right. Oh, and then you've got another Carnifex there as well. Indeed. And in reserve, we have a Morlock and Raveners. Yeah, so they're coming in from reserve. And for the Imperial Guard, the line is stretched. They're all just about fitted. Pretty impressed actually with the deployment. It's not too bad. So you can just imagine them going along the line. So along here, around there, around there, and along there. So we have infantry squad, heavy weapons squad, heavy bolters, infantry squad, the warrant officer, and then we have infantry squad, obviously the Vengeance Weapons Battery, the Sentinel, and then we have Heavy Weapons Squad, Special Weapons Team is in there as well, and then we've got a unit of mortars, sorry, a unit of missile launchers, and we have a unit of White Shields. The Commissar keeping the discipline, and then we have another Armoured Sentinel, auto cannons, Special Weapons Team of plasmas, and then we have another special, we have another infantry squad as well. And another unit Sentinel here, and then we have the company commander of this sector, and then we have the platoon HQ, and then we have a Special Weapons Team of long lasses, and then we have a heavy weapons squad of mortars. So, deployment is done. This is the moment of truth. We believe that this single dice roll will determine who could possibly win the game. So, here we go. For the Emperor, a 1 and a 2. So, I keep rolling ones. So the Tyranids, fair enough, they're going to go first in this mission. So, here we go. Brace yourselves, lads. Fix bayonets. Cadia stands. Okay, the Tyranids on the move. High Fleet Diablo is on the advance.
Indeed.
Indeed. So, Josh, tell us what you've done. A summary of this movement phase, turn 1.
Basically, just a whole lot of advancing. The Carnifexes both got 6 on their advance, so they both ran up very quickly.
Yes, they've split up now, so they were brood, and they become separate after the start of turn 1. So it's good.
Yeah, the Hormagaunts advanced up 4. Some of them were able to kind of, as Tyranids do, they smartly adapt to their surroundings. So some of them have hopped behind cover where possible, but some of them haven't. The Tyranid warriors on the left-hand flank also advanced up. They only got a 4, which with the crater ore slowed them down a little bit. The Termagants just shifted slightly in front of the Zonothrope with the crown, because new character models, character targeting, just making sure they're slightly
forming a screen, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're protecting my vital objective, which is one of my secondaries I picked.
Yeah, that's fine.
The other Tyranid warriors also advanced up, and then the other Hormagaunts did the same thing. They got a 5, I think, on their advance. They were able to get mostly behind cover, and James will have to kind of shift me off that objective.
Yes.
And then the 2 monsters of the Tyranid force also advanced up. I had to command point the Carnifex's advance because he rolled a 1. So with a onslaught potential charge if I can cast it.
Okay. So that's the movement phase done on turn 1 for the Tyranids. We're going to go on to the psychic phase now. Turn 1 for High Fleet Diablo. Okay, the Zonothrope is going to cast some powers. What's he going to do?
Yeah, it's going to cast Catalyst, which will give these
5 up ignore damage.
5 up, feel no pain. So
4.
Wouldn't cast, but I'm going to go ahead and CP that.
You have to re-roll both dice in order to do the command point, and it goes off. That's well done. So it's spent a command point, but Catalyst has been triggered. Okay. That concludes the psychic phase for the Tyranids. There are no psychers for the Astra Militarum, so it's every man for himself. As we go on to Tyranids shooting phase, turn 1. Okay, the Hive Tyrant has declared a target. Now the Strangleform Cannon is pretty effective against units that are 10 or more. So the rules is that it's ballistic skill of 3+, -1 for advancing, but +1 for units that contain more than 10 models. So it's going to target the infantry squad.
I'm actually going to target the plasma. The
plasmas.
Yeah,
okay.
The Hive Tyrant's a wise creature.
Okay, so you won't get the
bonus.
The bonus. So okay.
I think those plasma guns are quite scary.
Yeah, they're quite scary.
It's D6 shots.
Yep, D6 shots. That's 4 shots.
Cool.
And you need 4s to hit.
Cool.
And that's accurate firepower.
He is a wise hive tyrant.
Yep, strength 7.
Nice. So 2s.
Yep. 2s to wound. So 3 go through. I will spend a command point to take cover for that unit. So 4 saves. So 3 saves.
Yeah.
3 saves of +1 for being in cover, -1 for the AP, +1 for the stratagem.
Cool.
So it becomes a 4+.
Nice.
I save 2, so the stratagem pays off. Okay, the Tyranid warriors with Death Spitters are going to target the same squad. The stratagem still is triggered to the end of the phase.
Okay.
So 9 shots needing, you do advance.
Yeah.
So it's -1 to hit rolls because it's an assault weapon. So needing 5s.
1 hit.
Okay.
3 to wound.
3 to wound. That's a wound. -1 AP, +1, and for the stratagem, so it's 4+. No, so another guardsman has been slain. Okay, that concludes the shooting phase of the Tyranids. Not much firepower when it comes to shooting weapons, but it's the close combat what they are good at. So it's on to the combat phase. There is a charge because Onslaught has been triggered, and the Carnifex is going to go and select a target.
Stomping head. He's going to go for both the plasma and the turret.
Okay, right, I'm going to spend a command point for this. Yeah, I'm going to spend a command point, and I'm going to do it for toughness 7, battle cannon's strength, D3 damage. Do you know what? I'm going to go for the battle cannon to do it. So I'm going to spend a CP. So I've spent 2 command points, and I'm going to do 1d6 shots for the Emperor. D6 shots. 2 shots only. That's a shame. Needing 6s to hit. No hits. That's it. So command points spent for Overwatch, and it's just a flat dice roll.
It is.
2d6.
I do get +1 for adrenal glands.
Adrenal glands, though, and that's a 7. I don't think you'll be able to do it.
Does Onslaught? I don't know if that gives me any benefits. Onslaught.
No. You may have to command reroll.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay, he's going to spend a CP. He's going to reroll both the dice. Okay, so the Carnifex is definitely in close combat. Just to clarify, we put that command point back because one of the traits for High Fleet Behemoth is they don't have to spend a command point when re-rolling.
It's reroll.
It's just a re-roll charge, so you don't have to spend a command point. So we put that back. So we're going to carry on now. So next is the Carnifex. Now the Carnifex has a base of 4 attacks +1 the charge, and before any damage inflicts, you get to do a mortal wound on a 4+ because a living battering ram.
Okay.
So you're going to declare that on
do it on the plasma guys.
Plasma guys. Okay. So 4+, a guardsman has been slain. No. Okay. So you get 4 attacks base. You get +1 the charge. So 5 attacks, re-rolling 1s, needing 4s. Oh, +1 to hit because you're charged.
Cool.
So you need 3s. So 4 hits at strength 9.
2s.
Who are you spending the attacks?
The guardsman.
Oh, you're just going to kill the guardsman. So 2s to kill. Yeah, the guardsmen have been slain and cut to pieces. Okay, he's made contact with the auto-cannon heavy weapon squad, but I get 2 attacks with the heavy weapon squad, needing 4s, and 1 hit, and toughness is 6. Toughness 7, so needing a 6 to wound. With the bayonet, no. So they're locked in combat, but we'll probably issue some orders to get back in the fight. So. Knowing us guardsmen, we hold the discipline. Okay, that concludes the end of Tyranids turn 1. So some casualties have been taken, the guardsmen, but it's a long way off for them to reach the lines. The lancemen are about to unleash the las beams. Here we go. Imperial Guard, Astra Militarum, 18th Cadian Regiment, 18th Cadian Army Group. Turn 1. Okay. Movement phase. The commander is moving 6 of the autocannon squad. Everyone else has stayed still except for this incompetent, could be brave but foolish guardsman. He's moved towards the objective. And the Commissar is telling him, "What are you doing, White Shields? Get back in the line or we'll shoot you!" So, I don't know what's going on, some kind of, "I just want to kill him! Just want to kill him, man! Kill some Tyranids, yeah!" You know, there's some Cadians that are a bit nutty. But anyway, we are the 18th. Cadia will stand. So, a bit emboldened, a bit full of zeal, full of courage, and naive possibly.
Either that or it's the Tyranid psychic powers that are drawing him closer.
Yes, it could be the power of the hive mind. But anyways, we are going to go on straight away. There's going to be a lot of shooting on the shooting phase. Okay, orders have been issued. First rank fire, second rank fire. Take aim with the heavy bolters. First rank fire, second rank fire. They are white shields, 4+, they pass. And nope. And we're not going to spend a CP. What's the point? Get back in the fight with the autocannon. Take aim from the company command for the special weapons team and take aim with the mortars. So, here we go. Let's do some shooting. Okay, the las guns from the heavy weapons squad are going to shoot into the Hormigauts, and the relic has been activated. So re-rolling hit rolls of 1 and wound rolls of 1. So it's going to be interesting. So the las guns, we'll do that now, and then also we've got autocannons, obviously the target being the Carnifex. So the autocannons first into the Carnifex, needing 5s because it's a heavy weapon, but re-rolling 1s because of the relic. I've lost Cadia. And 1 hit, toughness 7, needing a 4. And it's a fouled wound. And the las guns at long range against the Hormigauts. 1 hit, and that's a wound. And you get an armor save of 6+.
I'll take it on a model behind the barricade, can I?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
So 5 up.
No,
And
been
5 up.
sniped.
Catalyst.
Catalyst. Yes, well
Yes.
done. So he's passed. Okay. Next, we're going to fire the long lases. And they... Oh, who can we target? Yes, we'll target the Hive Tyrant. And then the las guns rapid firing into the Carnifex. So all 3 las guns, long lasers can shoot into the Hive Tyrant, needing 4s, re-rolling to hit because of take aim, and re-rolling hit rolls. So 2 hits, strength 3, actually strength 4, is a sniper rifle, so toughness is 7. And that's a mortal wound in addition, because it's a sniper.
And then on the same.
And a save, no, so 2 wounds have been taken on the Hive Tyrant. Okay, las guns, rapid firing, needing 4s, and re-rolling, because of take aim. This is 3 hits, 6 is to wound. 1 wound of 3+. Saved. Captain Marcus Fraze with his plasma pistol supercharging. He's going to supercharge his plasma pistol into the Carnifex, needing a 3+. 5's a hit at strength 8, needing a 3 to wound. And that's a wound, AP -3.
6 up.
No, so that's 2 damage. Carnifex is down to 6 wounds remaining. Okay, the Vengeance Weapons Battery can still shoot even in close combat. And it's going to shoot at the Hive Tyrant. The Hive Tyrant has more than 10 wounds, so it can be targeted. So, D6 shots, 6 shots, which is good. So all these, needing 5 to hit because it's automated. Whoa, that's a pretty good dice roll. That's 4 hits at strength 8, toughness 7, needing 3s. They are not affected by the regimental doctrine. So that's all wounded still, and that's AP -2, but you get a 4+ invulnerable save. So that's past 2, so that's 2d3 damage on the Hive Tyrant. And that's 3 damage. Company command, got 2 las pistols and a las gun shooting into the Carnifex. In 3s because they're veterans. 6s, no wounds. Okay, the squad here that stood still is going to shoot into the Hormagaunts, needing 4s. And re-rolling 1s because of the Relic of Loscadia. That's not very good shooting, boys. 4 to wound. 1 wound though. Save a 6+, followed by Catalyst.
Okay, be 5+ because I took the save on somebody behind cover.
Oh, okay.
Before.
Yeah.
No.
No, and Catalyst? No, so first Hormagaunt has been brought down. The mortars. Now I'm going to spend a command point for concentrated firepower. And we're going to shoot at the Termagants that are holding the objective. Now, concentrated firepower is +1 to the hit rolls and +1 to the wound rolls. And re-rolling hit rolls as well, because of take aim, and the Cadians they stood still, and they re-roll wound rolls of 1 because of the Relic of Loscadia. More than 10 models, that's 18 shots, needing 3s. And re-rolling failed hit rolls. There's a few there. Would you believe this? It's 2s to wound because it's strength 4, toughness 3, +1 to wound because of the stratagem, and re-rolling 1s to wound because the Relic of Loscadia. All but 1. So you have save of 12 saves. Okay. Josh is going to do some. You're not fully in cover yet.
No, but I can take them on the models that are in cover first. So that's only 3.
Yep.
So 5s to save there.
Save 2. Well done.
2. So 1 would die.
1 would die. Yep.
And then I need to do another 2.
Yep.
Those 2 die.
Yep.
And then I've got 7 left.
Yep.
And these are on 6s.
Another
7 die.
Another 7 die. But they're not subject to instinctive behaviour because they're in the influence of synapse range. There are shots from the heavy weapons squad into the Carnifex. And re-rolling with concentrated firepower, would you believe? Oh, it's only against a particular unit. So with take aim, it's re-roll hit rolls for the order. They're all hit. This is against the Carnifex, so needing 6s to wound. 1 wound goes through. Oh, re-rolling 1s because of the Relic of Loscadia. Just 1 wound. Is it free up? No, Carnifex is down to 5 wounds. Sentinel number 1 is going to shoot into the Carnifex. Needing 4s, stood still, re-roll 1s. 1 hit. Strength 7, toughness 7. 1 wound, AP -1. No, that's 2 damage. Down to 3. Next Sentinel. 2 hits. Strength 7. That's 2 wounds, AP -1. That's the Carnifex brought down, and it doesn't explode, it just slumps to the ground, unless you want to do a command reroll to save him.
No, I'm okay.
No? Okay, so the Carnifex has been brought down. White shields, they're going to shoot at the catalytic Tyranids, the Hormagaunts. 30 shots, I've literally got 30 dice in my hand. It took me about 5 minutes to grab them all. But even 5s and re-rolling 1s because of the influence of the relics. The re-roll 1s. Okay, Josh was saying they're not very good shots. Well, we've got a few hits though. Needing 4s to wound. Pretty good at wounding though.
Yeah,
that there is good. 7 wounds at 5 pluses because they're behind cover.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And 2 catalyst saves on top.
Oh, 1.
Wow. So that psychic power has really paid off. Missile launchers have picked a target and they are going to shoot at, actually you could score objective points over here. Yeah, so what we're going to do is a strategic plan is we're going to fire frag rounds at range 48, the missile launchers, into the Termagants. So it's 2d6 shots. So how many models have you got left?
There are 8 there.
8 there, so it would be 9.
Minimum 9, yeah.
Minimum of 9. So here we go. Oh, okay. So that there is 15 shots. Okay, these are guardsmen, regular guardsmen needing 4s to hit and reroll 1s because they're born soldiers. And reroll 1s. Strength 4, 3s to wounds. That's all but 1. So that there is 8 saves of 6 plus.
8 saves of 6 plus.
Saved 1.
1 gaunt.
1 gaunt. Realising the importance of the objective, the sentinel is going to pick out that poor gaunt. So needing 4s, reroll 1s. And good job for the reroll 1s, and it stood still.
He's scared of him.
That's a hit, and it's a 2 to kill. That's a 4, he's dead. It's AP -1, 2 damage. So that's that objective cleared. Okay. The las guns are going to shoot into the carnifex, and the las cannons as well. I'm going to shoot in the front carnifex. So needing 4s, rerolling 1s. So that's 2 hits at strength 9, toughness 7, 3s to wound. 2 wounds, AP -3.
Okay, 6s.
1 saved, well done. So that's D6 damage. And that's 2 damage. And I may as well do a command reroll for the damage. Suspending the CP. That's 5 damage on the carnifex. Okay, the infantry squad here, not quite within rapid fire. 8 shots, need 4. And reroll 1s. And it's only 3 hits at 4s to wound. 1 wound, +1 cover. Saved as well. Well done.
Those are good.
Very good. Frag grenade, D6 shots. 2 shots, needing 4s. 2 hits. Strength 3, 4s to wound. 2 wounds, +1. And that is a 1 slain. Okay, this infantry squad, same sequence, they're not in rapid fire. So we're going to fire 8 shots and reroll 1. And then it is strength 3. So that's a cocked die. So that's 3 wounds, 5 up save.
Yep.
So 2 casualties and D6 shots. That's a cocked die. 5 shots and reroll 1. 1 hit and no wound. Heavy bolters. They are going to shoot into the carnifex. You're going to hold that objective. So we need to bring down that carnifex. So needing, there's 9 shots and needing 4s and rerolling 1s because they are born soldiers of Cadia. So it's 5 hits, strength 5, toughness 7. That's a wound. And that's AP -1. That's a 4. That's a pass. 3 special weapons squads. I'm going to shoot at the Hormigauds. So it's 2 hits and 2 wounds. And 1 pass, 1 has been slain. Okay. The Punisher, automated. So friendly units within 3 inches. So it's going to pick the target, and that's going to shoot at the. Yeah, we're going to have to go for the carnifex, I think. So targeting the carnifex. 20 shots. And it's just 5s to hit. Only 4. And that's 2 wounds. So just flat 3 up save. And it's a save. Okay, that concludes the shooting phase on turn 1. And I don't think there's going to be any charges as well.
Are you sure?
No. We're going to get stuck into our trench network and hold the line. Well, except for 1 or 2 wine shields. So we're going to calculate what we've scored for secondary objectives, because you can't score primary objectives points on turn 1. So we're going to do that now off camera. Well, okay, that was pretty quick. It's 0-0, so it's a draw at the moment. It's stalemate because no one scored any objective points on turn 1. No. So we're going to go on to a new battle round, and it's battle round 2 for the Tyranids. Okay, and the command phase on battle round 2, Josh has gained 15 command points. He's got double the amount of victory points. And anything else? The reason why you've got?
So I hold 2.
So you hold 2.
I hold more than you. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Field all 3.
Field all 3. Okay, so that's cool. So we're going to go on to the movement phase on turn 2 for the High Fleet Diablo. All right. Looks like the Morlock has done the special move Terror from the Deep. So we'll calculate that in just a second. At the conclusion of the Tyranid turn 2 movement phase. The Hive Tyrant has really gone aggressive, really wants to assassinate those characters. So
so he advanced 6, and so unless he gets the onslaught power off, he won't be able to charge.
Okay, let's hope he fails with that. So
your commander hopes he fails.
Yeah. So the Raveners have popped up. Within 9 inches away from enemy models, so done that. So actually, the white shield was he had a vision. He had
the Emperor himself.
The Emperor's intuition. Something happened. So it was a wise move, but foolish. But anyway, who knows why he did that? But anyway. The Carn effects have advanced. This Carn effect has got 3 wounds. I meant advanced is like movement. But they haven't advanced, they've just done their normal movement and they're going to really wreak havoc along the front lines here. The Termagants have moved behind as well, and the Warriors are holding the objective. And then the Xyrophobe is going into support, and then the Warriors at the back realise that the objective is more important than cutting up human beings. So, we're going to go and conclude the Morlock's damage. So, it's enemy models within 2. So, on rolls of 1, the unit escapes. On a roll of 2, 3, and a 4, it is a mortal wound. On a roll of a 2 and a 3, it's a single mortal wound. 4 and a 5 is D3 mortal wounds, and a roll of 6, it's flat 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So the commander, absolutely typical. So he has got 1 wound remaining. I'm sorry, Marcus, Captain Marcus Phrase. You really have suffered here. Okay, and then you've got the mortars. So they take just a mortal wound.
I would have laughed if it was
I know, it's silly. Right, next got the Sentinel. That's D3 mortal wounds. That's a full 3 mortal wounds. It's down to 3 wounds remaining. So I'm going to put a 3, if I can find a 3. Yep, there you go. And I think that's it. So that's the Morlock's attacks. Very, very deadly there. Significant damage, especially to the Warlord. So now we're going to go on to the Psychic phase for the Tyranids. On turn 2, he's going to cast Smite.
Onslaught, sorry.
Sorry, Onslaught. Onto himself. That's a 6.
Does go off,
that does go off, yes. So that power has taken effect. And any other psychic powers?
Smite as well.
Smite as well. So that's a 9. That's going to be D3 mortal wounds on the... Actually, it's going to be D3 mortal wounds on the turret.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And that's 2 mortal wounds, bringing it down to 5. Xyrophobe is going to cast some psychic powers. What are you going to cast?
Catalyst onto the little Gribblies.
The Termagants. Sorry, the Hormagaunts.
Yeah.
The Hormagaunts, yeah. And that goes off on a 9. So they have Catalyst. And that concludes the Psychic phase.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the end of the Psychic phase, turn 2 for the Tyranids. We're going to go on to the Shooting phase for the Tyranids. On turn 2. Okay, he's changed his mind. I'll allow him to do it. It's just a friendly game. The Raveners have got Catalyst, not the Hormagaunts. The Hive Tyrant is going to shoot its Strangler Form Cannon into the mortars.
So D6 shots.
That's 5 shots. -1 to hit rolls because he's advanced. Needs 3s.
But he has Onslaught. So
He has Onslaught, so it's +1.
Reroll 1. For no, it's +1 to hit.
Yeah,
isn't it?
+1 to hit. Yeah.
So it'd be 2s to hit. Then,
So 3s to hit. It's a ballistic skill 3
cool.
plus.
Nice.
Yep.
Strength 7.
Yep, 2s. 1 wound. And AP minus 1. No, so that's a mortar tingle. That's 2 damage, but the mortar has taken damage already. Okay, it's a very quick shooting phase. We're going to go straight onto the combat phase. The Morlock cannot charge, but the Hive Tyrant certainly can with the psychic power taking effect. Okay, the Hive Tyrant is going to charge into the company commander and the autocannons. Now I'm going to have to spend a command point to overwatch. So we may as well do it for the Emperor and save this commander. Captain Fraser has been wounded and we need to save him. 6 shots, flat 6s. Roll. That's 2 hits, 3 hits, and you're 5 wounds, 7 wounds remaining. Okay, so needing force to wound. That's 2 wounds at AP minus 1, so you got your 4 up save, and 2 damage comes through. So it brings it down to 5, and now we're going to rapid fire with the las guns as well. That's 2 hits, and it's a wound as well with the las gun, so 3 up save, and he's passed with a 6. And your charge distance. Oh, he's in. Okay, the Raveners are going to charge into the White Shields. They need a 9.
Yeah.
But +1
for adrenal glands.
for adrenal glands.
Do it.
Yeah, they've done it. Okay, the Raveners are in close combat. Okay, the Hormagaunts are going to charge into the squad and the cannon.
Yep, this is the squad
Vengeance
with
weapons
the
battery.
adrenal glands. The other ones don't have it.
Okay. They're in.
They clearly do.
They clearly do. They're in combat. Okay, what next, Josh?
Carnifex will go into the turret.
Okay. Even though gun lines, I believe, are dead in this edition, unless radical improvements come into effect with the new codexes, we've had a significant speed in the game, though. That's the one plus side. So,
okay.
yeah, just go in, just get stuck in. And he does on the roll of a 7. And the next Carnifex?
It's going to go into the las cannons and this infantry unit.
Okay. You get reroll charge rolls as well.
Yeah, he will need, with my +1, he will need an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Oh,
there you
lovely.
go. Oh, the dice rolls are hot tonight for the
amazing.
Tyranids. Okay, the Hormagaunts are going to charge into this unit here. So, what are you going to do? You're going to roll 6.
6. Now, don't get the +1 here. He's
That's not going to make it, I think.
just shy, I
Just
think.
shy. So
So
that's
I'm
going
going
to
to
re-roll.
re-roll out the behemoth.
Oh, and it rolled
One.
only 7. Just about. Now, with Hormagaunts, they get 6-inch consolidation. So, to speed the game up, we'll do the movement now. I have to say, that is the longest charge phase for the Tyranids I've ever experienced. There is a lot going on. So, the charge phase has been really successful for the Tyranids.
Not a failed charge.
And not a single failed charge, and it's that re-roll charge rolls for Behemoth. So it's really, really handy. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go straight on to the close combat phase for the Tyranids. Okay, the Hive Tyrant is going to do 3 attacks into the autocannon squad, and the remaining attacks...
Other way round.
Oh, it's the other way around. So you wanted to do 3 attacks on the commander, and 2 attacks on the heavy weapons squad. So Lash Wisp and Bone Sword, you get +1 attack, so you become 5 attacks in total, and you need 3s to hit because of the damage bracket. So get those dice ready for action.
Okay, into the commander.
Into the commander, needing 3s.
3s to hit.
So all hit. And it's going to be 2s to wound.
2s to win. 6 is a double damage for my relic.
Even though it's got 1 wound remaining.
I just want to see it.
It's got a 6 as well.
So that would
Okay.
do 6 damage.
That'll do 6 damage. Well,
Save separately.
well, let's save separately. I do have a 5+ refractor field save.
Which
So the regular save. Oh, he's dead. And oh, why not? I'm going to spend a command point. I've got to save this guy. So 5 up in Vun. He's my patron. He's Captain Marcus Phrase.
He's going to get his head cut off.
Oh, and the other one would have been. Oh, that'd been 9 damage. Oh, the warlord has been slain. My Patreon! Yes, his head has just literally been cut off by a bone sword. Yeah, it's not nice. Poor guy. We salute you, Marcus. Okay, carry on.
Okay, 2 attacks into the
Filthy devourer. Needing 3s.
That's 1 hit.
And 2s. Yeah, it's AP -2, and it's going to kill a heavy weapon. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 command points here to interrupt play with this infantry squad. Josh has allowed me to do a heroic intervention into the Hormagaunts. So I've got 13 attacks here with the squad, so needing 4s to hit. Fix bayonets! Okay, Josh has just spent a command point for Caustic Blood. So on 6s, if models are slain, it causes mortal wounds. Not nice. So needing, that's a drop die, needing 4s to wound. So that there is 5 saves of 6+. So 4 have been slain. It's just slightly off camera, but he did cause 2 mortal wounds. Horrible, horrible Tyranid. Oh, Caustic Blood. Carnifex is going to go into the las cannons. So 4+ is to for mortal wound. And that is a mortal wound. Ouch. Okay, Carnifexes are normally 4s to hit, but on the charge you get +1 to hit. So needing 3s. At strength 9. AP -3. That's 2s to kill. And they're dead. Okay, the other Carnifex is going to go into the Vengeance Weapons Battery.
Mortal wound.
Mortal wound on a 4+. Oh, that's pretty realistic actually. So a mortal wound has been taken, so it's down to 9.
I think the Tyranids want me to start them as an army, I think.
Yes.
Okay, 5 attacks.
In 3s.
Maybe not.
Oh, you automatically hit a building. So 5 auto hits.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to do that as the wound roll?
Yeah, we'll do this as the wound roll. So 2 wounds. That's fair enough. Okay. So it's AP -3. I've got 6 up save. I saved 1, so it's flat 3 damage.
Cool.
And that goes down to 6 wounds. Josh has spent a command point. It's the stratagem where Hormagaunts now get AP -1. So Hormagaunts will get reroll 1s to hit at 4s, and there's more than 20. So it's 20 or more models, so that's reroll 1s to wound as well. So yeah. So how are you going to split your attacks, Josh?
So move these models a little bit by accident, but
yeah.
These 4 are going to go against the company commander, which is the warden officer.
Yeah, he's the veteran warrant officer.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the other
AKA
ones
company commander.
Are going to go into this infantry squad. The way fighting works in 9th edition is that it'd only be these 7 that would attack.
Okay.
So I'll do the 4 first.
So that's 4. That's 8 attacks. Yeah. So 2 attacks base, and needing 4s to hit.
Okay. 4s to hit them.
Yep. And rerolling 1s because of scything talons. That's paid off. And 4s to wound, and rerolling 1s.
Yeah.
That's a wound, but it's AP -1 because of stratagem. So 6 up save. 5 up in Vun save. So he's down to 3 wounds remaining. Okay, 14 attacks into this infantry squad. Needing 4s, rerolling 1s. Okay. And it's strength 3, toughness 3. So needing 4s to wound and rerolling 1s because there's 20 or more models. So reroll those 3 1s. So That's pretty good actually. And these are AP -1 as well.
Yeah.
So 6 saves of 6+. And we saved none. So he's gone through the flak armour. So 6 have been killed. So the Raveners have got 5 attacks base. Rerun ones because there's 2 sets of siving talents. You freeze to hit at strength 4. Need 3s to wound.
These are reroll ones. For the
reroll 1s, the siving talents. Yep, well done. Okay, so take away those 2s. So there's a few there.
Yep.
These are strength 4, toughness 3. Maybe 3 to wound.
Okay. Any rerolls or anything?
No. They look quite innocent dice, so I'm going to borrow them.
Go for it.
So, needing 5s to save. And only 4 live, and the rest are slain. Okay, the other Hormigauts, they're not going to play the stratagem, which is done with the other unit. So there's 20, so 2 attacks base. So how many attacks is that?
So I think it would be 22 into the infantry. So 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18,
There we go.
20, 22.
Okay, 22 attacks.
4s to hit.
Now against the building, it's automatically hit.
Yeah. So these are just into the infantry.
Yep. Need force.
Re-rolling ones for siving.
Yep.
Okay. And then 4s to wound you.
Yep, force to wound.
Re-rolling ones for...
Yes, because it's more than 20.
That was good. Dice rolls are on fire today.
Dear me. There's 11 saves to make of 5+. So 3 live, and the rest are slain. Okay, how many attacks in total?
So it'll be 18, there's 9 in range, but they're going to need 6s to wound you because your toughness is 8.
Okay, so the building's automatically hit, now it's just rolling to wound.
Yeah,
6s.
Re-rolling ones.
Yep.
That's the definition of cost.
Okay, so
that's 3.
3+ save. And 1 wound has been taken, down to 4. Now it is time for us to fight back. So the sergeant is going to move forward 3. He's going to move within coherency as well.
What's the name of that brave sergeant?
He is Sergeant Darling. Sergeant Darling. So Sergeant Darling and his comrade are going to make 4 attacks. 4s. 1 wound.
1 wound.
Feel the bite of a chainsword. Dead.
Killed. And that's it. So yeah, 1.
Get off my trench.
Somehow he throws his chainsaw.
White shields to me! To me! Fix bayonets! Take down the Raveners!
People are going to be lowering their volumes.
You have been warned. 17 attacks. Need 5s. They are white shields. Need 5s to wound against Raveners. Oh, dear me. Oh. Okay, 13 attacks with the chainsaw and bayonets against the Carnifex. Need 4s. It's pretty good. And 6s, toughness 7. Oh! A bayonet goes through the Carnifex. 3 up save. Oh. Oh no. The warrant officer. He's got 5 attacks. Company commander. Needing 3s with chainsword. 4 hits. And it's the biting blade. Needing 4 to win. Only 1 wound goes through against the Hormigaunt. Kill it! Kill it! He's dead. That's good. And then we've got another 4 attacks with the other squad. 1 hit. And no wound, sadly. And we've got another, looks like another 3 attacks. No, 5 attacks actually. The other squad. 2 hits. 1 wound. And that's another gone.
Another Gongon.
Another Gongon. So another Hormigord brought down. Heavy weapon squad, the autocannons in force against the Hive Tyrant. One hit. No way. Hey, Josh, at the end of the fight phase, is spending 3 command points for that Carnifex. And he's going to fight against that turret.
Yeah.
So the Vengeance Weapons Battery is automatically hit as 3's to wound. And that's all wounded. And that's AP minus 3. And that's 6 up saves. Quadruple 6. No. So that's 9 damage. And it's got 6 wounds remaining. Does it explode? On a roll of 6, it detonates. No. So it is a wreck. Okay. This is the end of combat phase for the Tyranids. And we're going to go on to morale for the Imperial Guard. So their leadership is 7, so they're going to automatically fail with this squad, even though it's +1 for the trench line. So attrition tests, so 1 flees, so I'm going to take off the mortar, and then I'll roll 1 or 2, he has run away. No, he still holds the line for that one. And next is the white shields, and the white shields are going to automatically fail their morale because they're leadership 4. So a Commissar, bang, and another one, bang, and so the Commissar just shot one, and then for morale, 1 ran away. So for each of these models, it's just rolls of 1 additional models run away.
You're going to shoot those 2?
Well, you never know. So we've calculated morale. Rolls of 1s, additional models flee. And that's 2 have been run away. This squad here, so what we get? We get a 6, that's not good. So additional model runs away. Doop. And then a roll of 1 or 2, the sergeant runs away. No, the sergeant holds morale. Okay, sergeant holds here. I still hold this objective because there is more than half the models. So clinging on to that objective, which is good. And morale has been calculated over here. So the victory points, Josh, what is the total?
Yeah, so with the primary of 15 points for the Tyranids this turn, and then there were 4 points picked up for line breaker, which the Tyranids definitely have achieved just through some crazy charges.
Yeah.
3 points picked up for assassinate. That was the warlord.
Yeah, the character is killed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll quickly skip past that one, and then
just viewer discretion advised. We won't talk about it anymore. It's too violent.
And then the cheeky, the sneaky
Warriors.
cheeky warriors.
Yep.
Keeping on vital ground for another 3 points.
Okay.
So that brings the total up to 25.
25.
At the end
for
of
the
turn
Tyranids.
2 for the Tyranids.
Okay, that's really, really good stuff for the Tyranids. So we're going to go on to the Astra Militarum. We're going to see if we can hold on to this line for another turn. So a new battle round 2. Turn 2, sorry, for the Astra Militarum. I've picked up 5 points because I hold this objective. So that's the primary objective, but secondary objectives, they could be achieved, but it's going to be a struggle. So we're going to go on to the movement phase, and we're going to go on to turn 2 for the Astra Militarum. Okay, movement phase has been completed on turn 2. Sentinel stood still. Sergeant has moved back in support of the Vengeance Weapons Battery, so he gets to shoot, even though it's in close combat. Snipers, an obvious target against the Hive Tyrant. And we've got las guns shooting. Autocannons, probably going to issue orders saying, get back in the fight, lads. We're going to hold this trench line. Even though we've taken a ton of casualties and the gun line strategy is not working for 9th edition. We're going to fix bayonets with this white shield squad. Hold them tight. And then we've got the missile launchers that have not been contacted, and they are going to shoot at Carnifexes. And yes, I have a special weapons team of melters going to melt that Carnifex and potentially melt that one as well. Yes, you've got 3 wounds remaining in that one, and that hasn't even been touched. This Sentinel is staying still for purposes of shooting. The infantry squad, from a tactical reserve point of view, are going to plug in that gap to form a defensive perimeter to protect the platoon. The warrant officer, and then the heavy bolters are going to shoot into the Hormagaunts. So yes, so that's the plan. So there's no psychic phase. We're going to go straight on to the shooting phase for the Astra Militarum turn 2. Okay, warrant officer's issued an order, and he's going to issue order take aim with the mortars. So re-rolling rolls of 1 because they moved, and then we're going to do take aim with the heavy bolters, and then the infantry squad they've pulled back, so the infantry are going to fire their way through to get rid of that gap down there. So they're going to fix bayonets with the white shields, and now their white shields for 4+, they're going to pass and obey that order, and they don't again. Incompetent command, so I'm going to spend my free command point. So on a 4+, I get to re-roll, and they still don't obey orders. These are such ill-disciplined troops today. Where is the discipline amongst my ranks?
They're scared.
They're scared, yeah. They are wavering, it looks like. So all the others have obeyed orders. So take aim, get back in the fight with the auto cannons. So it's shooting phase now for the Astra Militarum turn 2. The Vengeance Weapons Battery is going to target the Hive Tyrant. It's D6 shots. There's 3 shots. Now the Sergeant is next to him, the Vengeance Weapons Battery, so it's still operational. So it can target any unit. So needing a 5 to hit. That's 1 hit. At strength 8, toughness 7, freeze to wound. And that is a wound, AP -2. He's got 4+ in vulnerable save, psychic barrier. And he's passed as well. So Vengeance Weapons Battery's done nothing. And then we've got the auto cannons. They need 5s to hit. And the las guns are going to shoot into the Hive Tyrant as well. 5s to hit because I pulled back. And 4 is a wound, and that's AP -1. So you got your 4 up armor or psychic barrier. No, so that's 2 damage, going down to 3. And then the las guns rapid firing. So 4 shots, needing 4s, and no wound. So 4 missile launchers are going to shoot into the Hive Tyrant, needing 4s to hit, not 4 missile launchers. So needing, I need 1 hit with a missile launcher. Strength 8, toughness 7. And that's a wound, AP -2.
4 up in 1.
4 up in 1. And that's D6 damage.
Is it worth command?
Is it worth command point? I think it should.
Is my warlord, yeah.
It is your warlord.
No.
Nope. D6 damage. 3 or more. He's gone. Yes!
No.
The Hive Tyrant is gone. Death throws on a roll of 6. No. You kill my warlord, we'll kill yours. The Hive Tyrant is no more. The long lasers actually are going to shoot into the Morlock. I was contemplating about shooting the Carnifex, but I think the melters would do that job. So snipers needing 4s with take aim, rerolling to hit, and rerolling hit rolls. 2 hits, and toughness 6, strength 4. That's a mortal wound in addition, and you've got to make an armor save of 3+. And he's saved. So it's just a mortal wound on the Morlock. So down to 11 wounds. Okay, the mortars, we're going to shoot at the Hormagaunts, giving some artillery support. There's no orders being issued, so it's the guardsmen for themselves. So You've got more than 10, so it's 12 shot auto hits.
Nice.
So not auto hits, but 12 with the frag. So I'm trying to get used to the blast rules.
They're great mortars.
The 9th edition. Yeah, mortars are really good, especially against large units. So needing 4s and rerolling 1s because they're Cadians. This is really good, actually. And strength is 4. And again, it's a really good roll. That's 7 saves, a 6+.
7 saves of 6+.
Yep. Save 2, but 5 have been brought down. Las guns shooting into the Morlock. Reroll 1s. 1 wound on the Morlock of 3+. That's a 2, so it's gone down to 10. Sentinel into the Morlock. Needing 4s, rerolling 1s. Ah, both missed, even though it's right in front of him. Sergeant can't shoot. This Sentinel is going to do exactly the same. 1 hit. And that's not a wound. So now, the command squad. So Flamers D6 auto hits against the Morlock. So it's 5 auto hits, needing 5. And that's 3 wounds of 3+. Takes another wounds, it's down to 9. Whittling them down. Now 4 shots with the pistols and las guns from the command squad. Rerolling 1s, just stood still. 6 is to wound. No wounds for the command squad. Las guns are done. Okay, the Sentinel, he's going to shoot into the Carnifex. Reroll 1s. Strength 7, toughness 7. That's a failed wound. And now, how are we going to do this? We're going to fire the las guns from the special weapons squad and a single melter gun. So the las guns first, rapid firing, and then the 2 other melters are going to shoot into the other Carnifex.
Splitting fire?
Yeah, splitting fire. This is the beauty of 8th and 9th editions. So, forced to hit. And it's a wound. You've got 3 up save. Saved. Okay, so actually with take aim it's reroll 1s. But I don't think I've got any 1s, but we'll leave that by the time. So I'm going to do 2 melter shots into this one. With reroll 1s, thankfully, because of the order. So only 1 hit. Strength 8, AP minus 4, so it's 3. That's a wound. It's 2d6 with the old melter rules. It's going to be changed, but we're going to stick to the current rules. So I need a, well, 6s. So that's 5 damage on,
nice.
On the Carnifex. The other melter into the Carnifex right in front of him. Need another 4 to hit. Ah!
Command point?
Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. Spend a command point to reroll. No! Command point wasted. Okay, spending 2 command points. Going to do concentrated firepower. With the heavy bolters, they are going to shoot at... We're going to have to bring 1 down. So we're going to go into this one in more than the deployment zone. So 9 shots. And I'm going to do the las guns as well. So they'll get +1 to wound as well. So do the heavy bolters first and then soften them up with the las guns. Actually, we'll do the las guns. We may as well. So 6 shots. We'll do 6 las guns first. So +1 hit meaning freeze. And with take aim is rerolling hit rolls. So those failed. And 5 to wound. And no rerolls. So now the heavy bolter. Heavy bolters, same target, needing 3s. And re-rolling because of take aim. Okay, so that's all but one. That's 8 hits. At strength 5, but +1 to wound. Needing force to wound. Oh, only 2. It's appalling. So you get AP -1.
Okay.
Oh, and he's passed as well. Not good.
Contrast of dice rolling
Not
today.
good. Yeah. Not good. Okay, the infantry squad that has formed a reserve on the back of the board is going to shoot into the Hormigauds. And it's just every dice roll counts. We need to destroy these Hormigauds. Okay. Needing force to wound. So that's 5 saves of 6+.
5 saves.
Yeah. 5 saves. Oh, 4 brought down. Not bad. And we've got a grenade launcher actually. Going to 5 frag. Or card effects. No, we'll go for the 1 shot with frag. Needing a 4. Yes, it hits and doesn't wound. Okay, we've just done the shooting phase. We're going to go on to the charge phase. Is there any other charges? No, we're not going to charge. It would be foolish to do that. So it's cautious, but the guard will get sliced to pieces in close combat. So we're going to choose a combat, which is over here. So I've got 19 attacks with my white shield. So 3-inch pile-in.
Does the commissar not want to get stuck in?
He's not within 3 inches.
He could charge.
Oh, we could charge. Of course he can charge. Yeah,
like
why not? Why not? For the Emperor. Yeah, that's right. For the Emperor, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And he's in. He's in. Come on, lad. Show him how it's done. So the commissar then. So a commissar has a base of 4 attacks, including close combat weapons. So he hits with 3. And he wounds with 1.
4 up save?
5 up save for Raveners. So 6 he saves. Oh, it's not good. Okay, the Raveners get to fight now. So this is going to be horrible, in other words. So a lot of attacks coming in. They have a base of 5 attacks each.
With their scything.
Yeah, with 2 sets of scything talons. Not nice. Okay. The 5 Raveners are going to go into close combat against the white shields, needing 3s to hit and re-rolling the 1s. That's a lot of hits. Strength 4, no AP, and needing 3s to wound. Okay, 15 saves. My Patreon could be in trouble actually. Where is he? Is he alive? Rowan? Rowan, where are you? Oh, he's there! He's alive! Thankfully, he is alive. Don't run away, don't get shot by the commissar. So, needing 5s to save, black armour. That's awful. That's really bad. So, I've lost 11? 11 white shields just been brought down. I'm in a bit of a dilemma. Do I save my Patreon or do I hold the objective? Oh, no. I hate it when patrons die. It's so emotional. Right. Difficult decision. I'm sorry. So, Rowan, you're going to have to fall back because the objective comes first. And the commissar just fainted. So 11 just melt. They've gone, and it's not looking good. Okay, I was going to do the turret, but the turret can't obviously attack. So the weapon skill is 0. So the white shields. So Rowan Douglas has gone, sadly. So we have 6 white shields Needing 5s. And 1 wound. 1 wound does go through. So needing a 5-up save. Oh, the bayonets. Oh. Okay. Now, instead of 3-inch piling, they have 6-inch piling because they are Hormigals, because of leaping foot special rule. So they are really going to go for it. Here they go. They're going to slice and dice this Vengeance Weapons Battery. Okay, 40 attacks. 40 attacks.
Yep.
Needing 4s. Oh, you automatically hit.
Ah, yeah. So just 6s to wound.
So it's just 6s to wound. And that's a few 6s in there.
Rerolling 1s to wound.
And rerolling 1s to wound. 6s. And 3s to save. And it's gone. Do I explode? No. So the final Vengeance Weapons Battery has gone. Okay, the Vengeance Weapons Battery is gone. And it's the end of the fight phase. But Josh is really going to kill the game by spending 3 command points, his last 3 command points, and he's going to attack again. So it was Ravenous. So another 3-inch piling over here. So normally I'm going to say just take them off, but you know what? I don't want to. I want to see if they survive. Okay. So here we go. For the Emperor! For Cadia! For Cal! And for the memory of Creed!
Shush now.
3s to wound. There's a few. 10 saves. And a save 3, but the white shields have been destroyed. Okay, they're going to do a further consolidation into here. So the Ravenous have been absolutely ravenous. Literally. Just tore through the trench line along here. And that's the end of the fight phase, and I'm going to concede. Because the objectives points, I'm going to score nothing, sadly. And Josh is going to score another, well, by the next battle round he'll be scoring another 15 points.
Yeah.
Probably. So I think that's going to be the conclusion of the game, and we've learnt something here. The gun line, if you go second, you will get cut to pieces. If I went first, if I went first, we could have stood a chance of blowing some units away. But the las guns, they were out of range, so that would have been a bit of a problem. But it's an absolute epic fight.
Yeah, there was a chance there with your melter guns.
Yes, there was. Now, if I'd have brought those Carnifexes down, the game would have probably changed. It was basically I failed to bring that down, which is sad. And what else has happened as well? The Hive Tyrant as well, failing to bring down the Hive Tyrant. So the command structure was lost over here, which is not nice. And the Ravenous ambushed.
I'd made
very effective.
All my charges on my combat.
Yeah, that was the big one. The charges as well. So
long charges as well. So
yeah.
Behemoth is a good trait actually.
It's a very good trait. Very, very good trait. And it's narrative for the purposes of the channel. So yeah. So there you go. So let's look at it from the other side of this battle. What an epic fight. Now you can just imagine all along here, just a mass of Tyranids along the front line.
I enjoyed them
actually. Yeah.
They're fun to play.
Yeah, they're fun to play.
Hopefully I didn't mess up the rules.
Now people are going to comment and say, you're supposed to be a die-hard Imperial loyalist, you know, but I like Tyranids.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I like killing them though.
What more?
So no, they're beautiful models, and they're really, really good, and they're fun to play with as well. But it's going to be we calculated the points. We reckon it's going to be another. It's going to be 30 points in total for the primary, and plus secondaries and things like that. So it's going to be around the 50-point mark. Whereas we scored a few points, but it wasn't too much. But the whole point was of this particular game was to have fun and to bring out the narrative a bit in this game. So, units of the game. I'm going to give units of the game to the mortars. The mortars were really good at bringing down targets, especially over there, where that stratagem has definitely paid dividend. The unit of the game for you, Josh?
I like the Raveners.
Raveners
I was surprised by how choppy they actually are for the points.
Yeah.
And they made that 8-inch charge, which was great. But to be honest, everything did really well.
They did.
I wouldn't say a single, maybe other than the Warriors, but they were back just to hold objectives, really. So,
yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah. The Carnifexes were good as well.
Yeah, the Carnifexes were fantastic. They caused a lot of trouble in the trench line and just cutting up heavy weapons squads and things like that. So yeah, the Sentinels are still alive, surprisingly, which is great. And yeah, so that concludes this game. It is another loss for the Imperial Guard. A shock result. I thought I was going to win, to be honest with you. If I went first, it would have been different. But when the Tyranids go first, they really want to go first.
Very quick, wasn't it?
Yeah. They are thirsty for blood.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So there you go. So that concludes this game. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to support me, do check out my Patreon page, www.patreon.com/JBWargamer87. You can be a part of the 18th Cadian Army Group and be amongst the ranks from the White Shield all the way up to Regimental Commander. We will want you. For those that are free viewers, thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and really thankful for your support there. And do check out the Striking Scorpion 82 Plus channel. That's www.strikingscorpion82plus.tv. So for even more content there. So looking forward to more battle reports for match play and more content on the way. So looking forward to exciting stuff. So there you go. Thank you very much to Josh. Do check out his Instagram page, and he's got some really nice Blood Angels, and you've got Admech as well, Eldar.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of
Blood
everything.
Angels though.
Yeah, he loves his Blood Angels, and I like Blood Angels as well. They are fantastic. So there you go. That concludes this game, Frontline Warfare. Thank you very much for watching, and happy wargaming.